about that what are the benefits, what are the challenges these stocks may bring into the investors board if they stay on invested and if they apply for IPO. Bit details about the company's target, bit details about the company, why they are going for this IPO, what is their target, the dates, the lot size, everything I will cover here, and also will cover a brief about their financials, their business, their companies. So these things are all there. Okay, so let's start quickly. So Orient Technology is a IT company. They incorporated in 1997. The location is in Mumbai. Total employee strength is around 1,500 now. They have three key business verticals. One is IT infrastructure, then ITES services, and then cloud and data management services. The ITES services is the older one. They started as a call center, and then gradually they diversify their business and they have just expanded in the other sector as well. IT infrastructure, the data center solution and end user computing that they are providing. So majorly they are working on the data, multiple data solution they provide. They're targeting mid cap and small cap companies and some of the MSE companies as well in the market. And also they develop their customized products, whatever the clients is asking for. ITS, obviously, they manage service, multi-vendor support services. They have a very close tie-up with Dell. So many of the Dell people who are actually associated with Orient Technologies, they use the platform of the Orient Technologies as well. That may be in the terms of servicing, that may be in the terms of selling of the products of the corporates, there may be in the terms of the management of the operation as it part of the outsourcing activities of this company. So everything in terms of ITS space, the outsourcing space, they have the capability and they're doing it for some time now. So as I have said that they had started it with the ITS only. So obviously they have a market holding and market presence in that segment. So they manage services, they multi-vendor support service they provide IT facility management services, network operations, center services, security services, and renewal services as well. So all these associated. So any company, any product, wherever you have the call center experience, the support services experience, if you can think of those kind of solutions, they are also providing for their client. Then comes your cloud and data management services. They also have a presence in there. So they are migrating the workloads from the data centers to the cloud. So they help in the cloud migration, and obviously the cloud certified employees pool they have developed over a period of time, and that actually help them to maintain, manage for those clients who need cloud management, who need their data to shift it from the on-prem to cloud, and those cloud certified professionals helps them to do it within the cloud control mechanism and adhering to the industry standard in doing so. Okay, now what are the key clients for this company? So majority the blue chip corporate investment center private limited, they are the main client. Then Trade Bull Security Services Private Limited, then Vasai Janata Sahakari Bank Limited. This is basically in Vasai, which is nearer to Mumbai. In Vasai, this is a local bank, cooperative bank. Sahakari Bank Limited is basically a cooperative bank. So they have developed their entire cooperative bank infrastructure and system for by Orient Technologies. Coal India Limited, they are servicing some portion of the Coal India Limited's works, and Mazgaon Dock Shipbuilder Limited's as well. So majorly managing the client interaction, client interfacing, complaints, all these parts, majorly they are managing for Coal India and Mazgaon Dock. So this portion they actually manage, and they have few additional orders in their book, and there are a lot of client specific work contracts they are also looking at. They are also looking for the business expansion with the established IT companies, especially on the job contracts or maybe some contractual work deliveries per se as well on rental basis. Okay, now technology partners. So as I have said that they have experience in ITES services. So they are very beginning, they are working closely with Dell. So Dell International Services India Private Limited, you all know. So Dell services, their laptop, their other technology solutions, software, whatever the Dell provides. So Orient actually giving them the ITS support service. Then Fortinet also is one of their technology partner, and Nutanix in Netherlands is also another technology partner for this company. Okay. Now, quick information on the IPO. So IPO opening date, as I have said earlier, that it would be August 21st. Then closing date would be August 23rd. The total IPO size is approximately 214 crore. It may be 215, 216 crore as well. Total number of equity shares would be 10 million, 10.4 million rather, 10.4 million equity shares. Those are on offer through this IPO, where fresh issues of 120 crore, I think 5.8 million equity shares would be launching with the fresh issue. Offer to sale would be 4.6 million equity shares worth around 94.76 crore. Targeted price band is 195 to 206. So that would be your IPO price band. So if there would be oversubscribe, obviously this will go up a bit. Face value would be 10 rupees 10 per share. They have planned to list both in BSE and NSE. Lot size would be 72 shares. So if you want to buy, you need to buy around 72 multiplied by 200 price to buy a lot if you wanted to. Retail quota is 35%. QIB quota is 50%, and so NII quota is 15%, QIB quota is 50%, and retail quota is 35%. So if you are just applying, you are applying actually for the 35% of the total number of shares. Those would be on offer. Okay. 72 you can divide. So you can very well do the calculation. Total fresh offer for sale would you just consider that 4.6 million equity shares just divided by 72, that many lots would be available, and out of those lots only 35% would be offered for the retail investors to buy. So you can figure out that how many number of shares or how many number of lots you are actually bidding for. Okay, so the listing date would be 28th of August, and allocation basis would be communicated by 26th of August itself. So only I would say 5-6 days is in your hand to get the results, and if the amount or if the shares are not allocated to you, the refund will reflect in your bank account by August 27. And if your stocks are getting allocated, that will also reflect in your demat account by August 27. So for you, if you are applying for this IPO on 27th of August, if you get the money back, you would be sure that you have not got the IPO allocation. If you are not getting the money back, check your demat account where you will get the number of shares that has been allocated. Okay. Now, objective of the issue, why company going for this IPO? So major objective was to get a brand new office space in a business park. So in Navi Mumbai, the 4 units of plutonium business park that is now happening place in Navi Mumbai. So they wanted to have a office to develop their office premises over there for further business expansion. So that is the primary target, and for that the requirement of capital that they wanted to just raise it from the market. Also, they have a few capital expenditure plans. So setting up new operating center NOC and security operations center SOC. Okay, so NOC and SOC, they need to set it up because they are in the ITS services. So operations is the key revenue generating section for them, and for that, as per the regulation, they need to set up NOCs and SOCs, and that is why they are looking for. Then also they wanted to purchase the equipment for device as a service DAS offerings. So they are actually planning to bring up some of these devices. So for that, whatever the acquisition costs and the equipment's procurement cost, they also wanted to raise it through the capital. Also, corporate purpose, it is a meeting the general corporate needs. Obviously, that if additional amount, if there is any, so they are also look for the hirings. They also look for the client acquisition. They also look for the talent pool management and all this stuff in basics. So the major purpose of this money raising is to get a brand new office premises and comply the operating network management services. Okay. Few financial highlights, whatever I was able to gather or I got it from multiple sources. So these are the revenue, profit, net worth, and financial ratios status. So revenue growth, you have seen that 2021 it was 470 crore, 22 23 it is increased to 542 crore. It is not that much of an increment, and in FY 23-24 as per the audited figures it is 12.01% growth, and that is now around 607 crore. So that is the revenue growth. So from sales growth perspective, that is fine, because we all know 22-23 was a tough year for the IT firms. Also 23-24 Q1 was a very tough US market. They have a lot of issues. Majority of the IT companies just focusing on the diversifying of the business. They are looking more close to India, Asia, and Southeast Asian markets. So obviously there are a lot of competition. So despite of that, they are able to manage a 12% revenue growth. PAT 8.22% growth, so 41.45 crore. That is the PAT, that profit after tax they have, and that is also on the growth trajectory, positive growth trajectory. But if you ask, is that sufficient? Looking into the other major IT companies' performance, I think managing a positive PAT was a challenge in the last year, and they have able to manage that. So the total net worth of the company is 170.31 crore. So you can very well understand that revenue per net worth, how much it is, and it is 1/3 almost. So 1/3 means 33% of the revenue is converted into a net worth kind of. So they have a decent revenue per net worth ratio. So also you can see from the other capital efficiency perspective, so their return on equity is 28% almost, which is very good. Return on capital employed is 28% plus, so going neck by neck. So that means that their debt is not that high. However, return on net worth, that is 23.68. So their net worth is 75.31. So you can see that how much return means PAT they are generating, and from that it is based on their network, this much they are able to generate the return on the networks. And PAT margin, profit after tax margin. So PAT margin is calculated the total profit after tax divided by sales volume. So from there it is 6.87%. Now from PAT margin perspective, is it very healthy? I would say they are on an average, they are as per the industry standard, but industry standard, there are many players. I will come to that. Who are their peers? And from their peers perspective, if you see their performance, so in that perspective, PAT margin is relatively on the lower side. Okay. Now, peers. So who are the peers? Danacons Systems and Solution Limited, HCL Technologies, very known to all of us, Wipros Limited, LTI Mindtree, Allied Digital Services Limited, Tech Mahindra. So they are all established companies in the market. They are their peers, and obviously they have a bit of a competition in the segment. However, Orient Technology stands out due to its focus on the customized IT solution, as they have a very strong hold on the ITS since beginning. And they have a strong relationship with technology partners like Dell, Fortinet, Nutanix, and all. One thing please keep in your mind, so for Dell they are working since ages 1997 2000 से Dell के साथ ही काम कर रहा है इन लोग. Fortinet के साथ भी वैसे ही है. So they are back office बोल के काम स्टार्ट किया था ITS सर्विस के जरिए. And that's how they have developed their strong customer relation with the existing partners. However, it competes in a space dominated by larger player, as I have said already, that HCL, Wipro, LTI, Tech Mahindra, these are all big shots in IT industry. So expansion of the business, entering into the new zone of the business, which is coming under larger IT service providing perspective, is relatively difficult for this company because competition is high. Now, quickly touch upon the strength and weaknesses. So, strengths are they are providing the customized solution. So, ability to tailor its IT solution to meet specific client needs, strong client relationship, long-term association with the major public and private sector entities. They have the strategic partnership. They are collaborating with leading technology companies, enhancing the product offerings. As I have told you, the large cap companies, they are actually planning to go for some work contract with them, so that will create some bit of a new avenues to generate, but that would be very cutthroat competition. So quality management, quality focus, they need to be, and that is their looking at as well. And then financial performance, it is consistent, they have always generating in the positive one. However, cash flow assessment has not been able to done because I have not got those information handy, but cash flow assessment would gives us a clear indication that how good the company doing from the business perspective. There are few risks. First one is the customer concentration. They have a concentration risk because their total number of client, that is very low. The number of count of the clients is relatively low as for the industry. So if any of these clients do have some business challenges, their entire capacity will struggle to get the relevant cash flow over a period of time. Then, so that's why the client diversity is required for this company. So that is one of the major issue with them, that you can count their number of clients very less, 3-4 measure, and they're in discussion with many others, but those are yet to get figured out and yet to get a move to be signed, and they will start working on them. Vendor dependencies, so heavy reliance on the limited number of suppliers. So that is a major challenge because they need to do the customized solution for their client. So client got a spock for their work to be done, but they need to arrange, they need to get engaged with multiple vendors to get all those requirements. They need to put a lot of effort, they need to put a lot of their expertise into this, and then they have to manage those vendors, they get it at the right price with hardcore bargaining, and then get it ready for the client. Because obviously in this particular market, you can only charge premium if you have the cutting edge technology and if you have a larger market share. For them as a small company, obviously those are not their beneficially part. So they also need, they majority need to work on the cost based management. So if you are managing cost and simultaneously you are managing multiple vendors, so that would be very challenging, and that kind of a business model is relatively fragile. You can manage your cost if you have the control over at the forward integration as well as backward integration, but if you are completely dependent for your forward integration with the vendor services, then cost control is not be there on your hand always. Then payment risk, potential defaults or delay in the customer payment could affect the cash flow. So since your number of client base are relatively low, and if the clients are facing some challenges in their own business front, then obviously the delivered services get the billings cleared would be relatively difficult if such situation happens in the client's level business, and that actually will create some bit of uncertainty in their constant cash flow that each business is looking at. And acquisition risk, the challenges in acquiring the office premises in Navi Mumbai could impact the operation because Navi Mumbai especially, property prices are skyrocketing. There is a company, for them to get an office space, they have to go public with the IPO offerings. So you can imagine what is the current liquidity and current cash strength of this company. So that gives an indication that obviously their cash strength is not that comfortable, that's why they need to raise the money from the market. And obviously, these are all commercial real estate, highly competitive. So their price would be very much volatile. So these are the areas that you should be concerned while you are thinking to go for a IPO application. Okay. Now my quick conclusion here, that there are few positive, there are few issues, and finally I will tell you that what is my view, but you can have your own view as well. So their growth is very good. So they have started in 1997, just in ITES section they started, but then gradually they start diversifying. They have made their expertise in the cloud migration, data management, and all, and going further, the data management, data related IT solution would have a future in the business because of the growing dependencies on the data. So now they have a strong presence in the BFSI segment and healthcare, but strong presence in the BFSI means only the cooperative banks that I have seen, and also for Coal India and Majgaon Dock they are working, but not in the finance management part, rather operations and client management part. However, on the healthcare side, they are wanting to diversify, and probably there they would have some finance management or finance transaction through their platform. Probably that is going to be happening. Those information not publicly available, but still the company is looking into that segment as well. The company's focus on customized solution, strategic partnership provides a competitive edge because majority of the IT firms, they used to sell their standard products because there they can have the scalability option. But for this company, since they are relatively smaller, so they focus on the customized requirement. So for an organization who looking for a IT specific business solution, and that is bit unique, not exactly the same what Infosys TCS are offering. Obviously Infosys TCS are offering their standardized solution at a very high premium prices, but they can be a good option where business can ask for them at a relatively cheaper price and very much customized for their own requirement. So that gives some bit of a edge and a separate niche for them, but that is very small niche, but still it creates a niche for them. And the potential investors should consider the risk definitely before investing.
Now tell me, would you like to apply for Orient IPO? Please answer in the comment box below.
Hope you like this video. Please subscribe and share and press the bell icon so that you will get first notification. Thank you. See you in next video series.